West by Carrie Gibson. A small group of friends live in a big meadow at the center of a deep, dark wood. The friends are all happy and worry-free. There's a little hedgehog named Spike, a furry raccoon by the name of Wilbur, and a red fox named Peter. There is also Peter's pet hummingbird, Flick, who Peter found one day while on a walk in the woods. He was small and in bad health, having been deserted by his parents after falling out of his nest. Luckily, Peter found him when he did. He took him home and nursed him back to health, and when he was better, he stayed with Peter as a loyal pet. These friends spend all hours of their days playing and laughing together. Today is no different. On this chilly day in January, they are all gathered cozy around the crackling fire in the underground den of the little fox. Just outside the window, cold winter wind is whipping through the trees, a threat of rain or snow just over the horizon. Let's listen in on their conversation.
Oh, Peter, thank you so much for inviting me over for such a lovely afternoon around this warm fire. With all this blustery wind, I was worried about how I'd keep warm in my drafty old tree stump.
You are so welcome, Spike. You are always welcome here. Come by any time to warm yourself. You know I love your company. Wilbur, would you like another cookie or a refill on your tea?
Yes, Peter, thank you. Although my house is less drafty than Spike's, it is still very hard to keep a stump warm. But these cookies are delicious. I shouldn't have more. I've had too many already. How did you get them to taste so good? There is a secret ingredient, I'm sure.
Well, there just might be. I always add a touch of cinnamon to the batter. I know how much you like cinnamon, and I wanted to have a special treat for us today.
That's it, cinnamon. I thought they tasted spicy. These cookies are wonderful.
You know, I'm not much of a cookie eater, but I think I might have to try these cookies. Would you mind, Wilbur, if I have taste?
Of course, my friend. Please do. I doubt you have had anything so tasty.
Spike takes a bite of a cookie. A smile spreads across his face.
Oh yes, Peter, these are delicious.
While the friends chat, Flick is buzzing around the room, taking sips out of everyone's cup and nibbling cookie crumbs out of Peter's hand. Why, thank you both. I really enjoy days like today, spent in the light of a blazing fire with a piping hot mug of tea, a batch of spiced cookies, surrounded by my best friends. Not even this crazy wind can bring me down.
Me too, Peter, and I love these cookies. My life would not be complete without a cup of your herbal tea and a plate of these little dreams to enjoy along with it.
Ha ha, that is true, Wilbur. This is truly a perfect combination. We should do this more often. I could definitely enjoy these cookies on a regular basis.
Over the next few weeks, the weather takes a turn for the worse. The winds have been persistent, gusty, and strong. There is no end in sight. The friends have continued to get together for tea and cookies at Peter's house every day. It became a daily appointment. Peter is happy to host, but he realizes that he will have to venture out into the forest to gather more cinnamon. He has put it off for as long as possible. Looking into the cinnamon jar, he realizes that he has less than a single teaspoon of the spice left. Although he knows the way to the grove where he harvests the cinnamon bark, he is not looking forward to having to go out into this howling wind. My, it is cold out here. I will have to be quick. Those dark clouds will surely bring snow. Still, my friends really enjoy my cinnamon cookies, and our tea just would not be the same without them. My friends might not even come over if I don't have cookies to offer. Seeing as I have no more of the main ingredient, I have no choice but to venture out into the wind today. Flick tries to fly out the door with Peter. No, Flick, you may stay here. It is far too cold and the wind is too rough for a little hummingbird like you. Your wings will freeze mid-flutter for sure. I promise I will be quick. I will gather my bark and return in time to grind it up and bake a fresh batch of cookies before this afternoon's tea. Now I must hurry, that storm looks awfully close. Peter grabs his bright red basket, ties a heavy cloak around his shoulders, and rushes out into the frigid forest. Shortly after he leaves, Flick escapes through a tiny gap in the window frame to follow Peter. The wind catches him and he is almost blown away, but he flaps his wings as hard as he can. He is finally able to maintain his flight. He makes for the forest after Peter. The morning passes quickly. The afternoon, a thick snow begins to fall, yet Peter does not return. At about 2:30, Spike and Wilbur meet at their usual afternoon spot and walk the short distance to Peter's den.
Good afternoon, Wilbur. How do you like the snow? Quite the amount has fallen started just after breakfast, I think.
Oh, it's beautiful, but so cold. My tree stump is so hard to keep warm, although it is not as drafty as yours. I know. I am so looking forward to Peter's cookies, warm tea, and blazing fire.
I second that. I've been sitting in front of my little fireplace, lit with a lumpy fire wrapped in blankets all afternoon. I spent most of the day watching the snow fall and blow around in the wind just outside my little window. I've been dreaming about Peter's fire while counting down the hours until tea time.
Soon they reach the home of Peter. They give a light knock at the door, no answer. They knock a little louder, still no reply. The friends begin to worry.
Where could he be? He didn't cancel our tea, did he?
Not that I remember. He said, "See you tomorrow," as we departed. farted yesterday. I offered to host, but as usual, he insisted. Where could he be? And where is Flick?
I worry that they might be out in this terrible storm. In fact, just yesterday, Peter was telling me that he was running low on cinnamon and that he would need to go out and gather more. Oh, I don't like this one bit. He shouldn't be out there in this weather, and little Flick, this wind will surely carry him away.
Surely he would not have went out on his own. This day has turned so nasty. Maybe he's gotten lost in the forest from all the snow.
The friends decide to go into Peter's den, to wait for him and to formulate a plan to search for him as soon as conditions improve. Meanwhile, Peter is wandering in the thick snow trying to make his way home. My, the snow is blinding. I feel as if I've been walking for miles and miles, but I know that I cannot be too far from home. I've seen this same ghostly tree at least 10 times. And what is that blasted buzzing? My head is spinning from the noise. I must try to make my way. If I cannot make it home before tea, my friends will worry. Right now I'm worried that I may be lost out here. As he walks, the buzzing continues. Peter doesn't realize it's the sound of his dedicated pet hovering over him, watching over him as he goes along. He doesn't recognize the sound because he has never heard Flick have to work his wings so hard. Peter pulls his cloak tighter around him, the wind chilling him to the bone. He is coughing and he feels weaker and weaker with every step. He walks and walks, the constant buzzing and roaring wind a distracting and disorienting noise in his ears. As the sun gets lower in the sky, the snow falls heavier and heavier. He comes across a hollowed-out fallen log and decides to seek refuge inside. I am not feeling well. My throat is sore and I cannot keep from coughing. Plus, I am so exhausted. The snow is so thick and it's difficult to walk through this strong wind. I think I will stop here and rest a bit. This log will offer me some relief from the cold and the wind. Maybe I can just close my eyes and rest a moment, maybe wait out the storm. Peter quickly falls asleep. Tucked into the log, wrapped tightly in his cloak, he is safely protected from the weather and completely hidden from his friends. The afternoon turns to evening and thankfully the snow finally stops falling. When the snow stops, Flick flies down and tries to wake Peter. He cannot stir him. He is in a deep sleep and he is burning with fever. Flick knows that he needs to help Peter. He must try to fly home and find Wilbur and Spike. He draws a large X on the log with his long pointed beak and turns for home. Back at the den, the friends have built a small fire in Peter's hearth, and they are staring out the window in hopes of seeing Peter emerge from the woods. They are waiting for the storm to die down so that they can go out and search for him.
Spike, come look. The snow has stopped. We can finally go out. We may not be able to follow Peter's footprints in all this fresh snow, but at least we can be able to keep ourselves from getting lost if we are able to see our own.
True, although I wish we could have set out earlier, but the snow is falling so hard and thick that it's truly blinding. We surely would have been lost along with him.
Hurry, we need to get out there, but let's grab some supplies first.
The friends quickly set about finding things they think will be useful in their hunt.
I will fill a canteen with warm tea. When we find him, he will surely need some warming up.
Good idea, Wilbur. I have gathered some blankets to wrap him up, too. Do you think he will be able to walk? Should we take the wheelbarrow?
Yes, let's. He may be too weak to walk, and we need to get him back home quickly. That will give us a way to carry the supplies, too. Grab your lantern, let's go. The evening is turning to night, and I worry about this freezing wind.
The friends head straight into the forest. As they enter, they hear a faint buzzing sound.
Do you hear that buzzing, or are my ears ringing from the wind?
If it's your ears, then mine are ringing too. Surely that cannot be the wind. Come on, let's keep moving. Hopefully we can find some evidence of him.
As they walk, the buzzing gets louder and louder. Soon they see a bright red something poking out from the snow. It's Peter's bright red basket, half filled with cinnamon bark, laying spilled at the base of a tall tree, almost completely buried in snow.
Well, at least we know that he was here, but where could he have gone? Which way could we go? That buzzing, though, I wish it would stop. It's making my head spin, added to the howling of the wind. I feel like I can't think straight.
I agree. The buzzing is nearly intolerable. I wonder if it made Peter feel as muddled as we do. Maybe that is what caused him to get lost. I feel so dizzy and uncertain with that loud noise in my head.
The buzzing peaks. Wilbur and Spike both cover their ears, and seconds later, Flick falls into the wheelbarrow.
Oh my, Wilbur, look, it's Flick. That buzzing sound must have been the sound of his wings fighting to fly through this terrible wind. He looks exhausted.
He does look tired. Poor little guy. Do you think he was out with Peter? Maybe he can help us find him.
As Wilbur spoke, Flick sprang to life. He beat his wings, and the loud buzzing started again. He flew back and forth between each of them, and then ahead of them and into the forest and back.
I think he was. Wilbur, look, he wants us to follow him. Hurry, grab the basket and let's go.
Wilbur jumps up, grabs the basket, throwing it into the wheelbarrow. He runs after Flick and Spike. Flick flies ahead, then makes his way back to the friends, flying in a zigzag pattern, trying not to lose them, leading them towards the log that Peter has fallen asleep in. They travel for a few minutes and Flick begins to slow down, looking for his mark.
There, do you see it, Spike? There is some mark in the snow.
I see it. I think it's an X. Flick marked an X in the snow so that he can find the spot where he left Peter.
Flick flies down and starts pecking at the snow in the center of the mark.
Wilbur, quick, let's dig.
The friends get down and dig in the snow until they find Peter asleep in the log. Flick falls into an exhausted heap in the wheelbarrow. He is relieved to have gotten Spike and Wilbur to save Peter.
Peter, can you move? Can you hear me?
Peter's eyes flutter open. He wakes up, but he is hoarse from his sore throat and cough. He is still weak from the day, and he is very cold. Wilbur, Spike, is that you? Yes, I can hear you. I am so sorry that I was not home in time for tea, and that I have no cookies to offer you. I tried to gather more cinnamon, but the wind was so strong, and there was such a loud, confusing buzzing in my ears, I had to stop for rest.
Oh, Peter, don't apologize. You are safe now. Here, have a sip of this tea. It will warm you up and soothe your throat. Oh, yes, we understand that the loud buzzing, it was loud and discombobulating. But without it, we have never found you.
What? How did that noise lead you here? It made my head spin and I got disoriented. I think I walked in circles because of it.
That noise was Flick. His wings had us flapped so hard in this blasted wind. He was with you all day, and he led us to you. He used his beak to draw an X over the spot where you laid in this log, covered by the snow. He is a little hero.
Oh, Flick, you are the best pet a guy could ever have. You saved me. But I am still so cold. Might I get another sip of that tea, Spike?
Oh, yes, here you go. Now let's get you home. Can you walk?
I'm not sure. I'm still so weak. I fought that wind and the thick snow for so long.
Please don't try to walk. Lay here, inside the wheelbarrow with Flick. We will wrap you two in these blankets so that you can rest. We won't need Flick to lead us. We can follow our footsteps in the snow. They will take us safely back to the den.
The friends helped Peter into the wheelbarrow and wrapped him in the thick blankets. He gently gathered Flick up in his hands and held him close the entire way home. They quickly made their way back to Peter's house. When they got home, they built up the fire and tucked Peter and Flick tightly into bed. Then Wilbur and Spike whipped up a batch of cookies for Peter and Flick. They didn't know Peter's secret cinnamon recipe, but the cookies turned out just fine without it. The friends sat with Peter and Flick for the rest of the night, watching them, tending to them, and making sure that they both recovered from their harrowing day in the snow. By morning, both are much better. For breakfast, Peter makes a pot of tea, and Flick quietly buzzes around their heads. Everyone drinks their tea, and they eat the rest of the cinnamonless cookies. They were perfect, and Peter realized that it wasn't the cinnamon in the cookies that kept bringing his friends back. It was the fellowship that they shared together. From that day forward, the friends had cinnamon cookies when they could, but the times that they shared without it were never dull or disappointing. The end.
Thank